Hi, I'm Moses Claude Carnell, and welcome to webinar number 2 of our Darkest Hour. Now, we have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to get right into it. So, there are one of 3 scenarios that's going to happen on the 20th of January 2021. The first scenario is that Donald Trump opens the indictments before the inauguration, and of course, all hell is going to break loose. 70% of Congress and the people that work in Washington, D.C. will have to be arrested. That is going to cause martial law. The second scenario, Joe Biden is going to go up there for his fake inauguration, his illegal inauguration. The FBI is going to stage an assassination, thus making Kamala Harris president, and then she's going to choose Cory Booker as her vice president. Therefore, you're going to have 2 light brown-skinned president and vice president. The third scenario, which is the real one, the one I want to explain to you about, why do they have a 7-foot gate going all the way around Washington, D.C. with barbed wire? Why do they have military tanks? Why do they have fighter jets ready to drop bombs? Obviously, this has nothing to do with Ku Klux Klan. This has nothing to do with the Proud Boys, all these, racially racist groups, prejudice groups. It has nothing to do with protesters. It's nothing to do with that. They're waiting because they know about the penis wrath. We got to talk about the moon for a minute so you can understand how is it just going to happen all at once. It's the moon. Ask any astrologist. I'm a Kabbalist, as you know, and I'm Adam Weishaupt. But I want you to ask any astrologist, or maybe you can Google it. The zodiac, the astrology, Kabbalah, it's all ruled by the moon. So when someone asks you, what's your zodiac? It's really your moon sign, not your sun sign. So what does that mean? If the moon is running the zodiac and the moon is a rock and there's no mountains in space, then what does that mean? The moon is a body part of a planet, a destroyed planet. And then when it got here, they used the gray aliens that brought it here, used back-engineered technology to reanimate it. That's why it's glowing. So obviously, the one that rules your world is the one that has that moon there. Well, why would I say that? Because if you have a dead body the size of a continent pumping dead energies into the planet, somebody is trying to kill the earth. And then when this happens, by the 20th, they're going to change the light color that projects from the moon, because light radiation sends signals to your DNA, and it's going to make everybody with the penis wrath stand up at one time, whether it's an L or a Y, and then what is that going to do? It's going to bring all the evil, it's going to officially hit the kill switch on the planet, and all the evil that exists is going to be manifested onto the earth in real time. The earth's consciousness won't be able to handle that, because it'd be more werewolf, vampire, undead than it will be human earth souls. The earth's consciousness is going to leave, and then the earth souls are going to leave with it. You got about 1 billion earth souls. So their bodies are going to hit the ground. The gray alien, the tall grays, are going to try to put a plasma field over the planet to hold the matter in place, or it'll spread apart. And then basically the planet died, but they froze it like the moon, because obviously the moon should have been disintegrated, but they reanimated it. That's why it's glowing, to keep it like a sarcophagus. Like when they mummify a body, they mummify the parts so it can still hold a material value to what person was actually there. That's why they mummify bodies, so the spirit can still be able to reanimate and return. What they did with the moon, why it's still glowing, it's the same thing they want to do to the planet. So they want to hold it in place and reanimate it. Now, the one who obviously put the moon there is the God over the planet. So now, what does that mean? Last February of 2020, Ashkenazi sex trafficking, Ashkenazi Jew, Rabbi Zissotz, said that he was holding meetings with the Messiah. The Messiah he's talking about has a proper name, Prince William. as in Kate Middleton's husband, Queen Elizabeth II's grandson. That's who he means. He's holding meetings with that person. So how can that person, he said, remember what he said when the Jewish year 5781 begun with Tishrei, which was Gregorian month September of 2020. And he said, it's 5781 and the Messiah will present himself, meaning Prince William will present himself. But you can Google Prince William. You can see him going to church and doing all that. So what does he mean? Meaning he's going to rise to power. Obviously, I know, because February 2018, I met with him in my spirit form, pulled out his crown, pulled out one of the lights in his pineal gland above Pat 14, brought it down beneath Pat 14, and he took it from me, and that's how he got the crown. You won't believe it. That's what happened. So now, let me zoom in here. So now, what does he mean that he's going to present himself? Well, remember when Brexit happened? Queen Elizabeth was the queen of 51 Commonwealths and the United Kingdom. Well, Brexit separated 27 states from the European Union. So even though she's Queen Elizabeth II, Sephiroth 11, when 10 on the Kabbalah rises up, is going to eclipse a little bit of Sephiroth 11, and that oblong shape is an oval in the space where the circles meet. Like if you have a number 8, push 2 circles together a little bit, and it's going to make an oval shape. That 27, 7, and 8, as you know, Kamala Harris, her full name is Kamala Devi Harris, or Kabbalah, not Kamala, Kabbalah Devil Harris, as in Harry. The dick isn't hairy, the balls are hairy. Green and orange make brown. And remember, Joe Biden, he's 78. And green and orange make brown balls, and her last name is Harry. And it's Pat 27. So obviously, somebody is going to have to be the monarch over these 27 countries. The one who's going to be the new monarch presented this year by August 2021, obviously is getting ready to happen now, is who he said when he said the Messiah is going to present himself. Long story short, the year 5781, Rabbi Zitchel said, is scrambled. It's 5781, he really means 1785. They know that, but I'm telling you, 5781 is really 1785. What happened March 2nd, 1785? The Illuminati ceased to exist. Ceased, not like as in dead, ceased as in like the matters hold in. You paused. Like the Queen Elizabeth, 11, pause. Like a vampire, they're frozen, they're paused, or you cease to exist. This year is the ceasing. And it starts on the inauguration day. So it's about to be showdown. I'm going to say, so remember the 3 scenarios that's going to happen. The FBI stages an assassination of Joe Biden, thus making Kamala Harris president, and she's going to ask for Cory Booker to be her vice president. Second scenario, Donald Trump opens the indictments. 70% of the people at Washington, D.C. are going to be fired. So that's going to start a martial law. Thus, the new lieutenant general is going to be the powers that be, because he has to arrest these people. Or element number 3, the incident with the moon, all the penis rafts stand up, and you have, because obviously they got 7-foot gates with barbed wire, fighter jets, military tanks. They're not doing that for protesters. They're doing that just in case that scenario happens. That's where we are right now. And that's what's going to happen by the 20th. So this is webinar 2. I'm Moses Claude Carnell. You already know. And by the end of January, February, I'm going to give webinar 3. Of course, I am who I am, so it'll be far more magnificent when you see me. After this, I will be, you'll be able to receive me more and understand more. We're going to get through this, but there's no way to get to a brand new, refreshed economic reset of the constitutional republic, common law, humanity without going through this. We got to go through it, but we're going to get through it, okay? I'm Moses Claude Carnell. Thank you for listening to webinar number 3, podcast number 3. This is podcast number 2. Webinar number 3 will be the end of January, beginning of February. We're going to get through this. Thank you very much. I'm Moses Claude Carnell. Bye. And you can Google me, of course. Bye.